Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Marvel-ous Movie Mondays. You are joined by one of your co hosts, Kelsey, and I'm joined by a guest co host for this Ant-Man commentary, Zach of Recipe for Reality.
Oh my gosh, it's me. It's been so long. Kelsey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I we're filming this episode pretty late at night. So I am clearly, very obviously filming it from my bed, which is fine. I'm actually playing a dangerous game with myself because I'm feeling a little sleepy, just got off my night shift, and but I'm excited to be here with you, Zach, and I'm excited to be watching Ant-Man.
I'm super excited. I told Kelsey, this is fun, everyone. I told Kelsey that prior to this evening, to prep myself for what I thought was just going to be like a talk back on it,
Mhm.
I did watch all of Ant-Man. So I have a lot of thoughts that are already predetermined um, because I watched it earlier today. It's been a very long time since I've watched a movie a second time in the same day. But I'm very excited for it because I will say, and Kelsey and I were just saying before we hit the record button, this movie's good. This movie is one of Marvel's like better, I think, like more underrated movies. And because it kind of falls in that little in between with like it's pre Civil War, so it's pre the like end of the it's pre the end of the Infinity Stone saga. It also falls like right after, I forget what came right before this. Was this Age of Ultron
Well,
happens, then there's
well,
something else in between it.
well, though these two were both 2015. Right before this was Guardians and
Right.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, so we had like two huge bangers that like fully flipped the way that people were viewing the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And
Yeah.
then they were like, and by the way, here's Ant-Man. And people were like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
What? Um, but I'm very excited because I think, and this is just I'll have more to say as we watch, but I think this is probably one of Marvel's most well acted films. Because there's not a lot to rely on because it's all character driven, which I'm very excited to talk about.
Totally. Love that. I'm gonna aim for about we just hit the 4 minute, like 30-ish, getting to the 4 minute 40 second mark here. Let's all press play together in about 15 seconds.
Okay.
So, um, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit play. So now we should all be watching along. If you'd like to, you can watch along with us. We're getting this intro in the year 1989, which is fun fact, the year Taylor Swift was born, and also fun fact, recently engaged Miss Taylor. Oh, I combined her first and middle name, Taylor Allison Swift. Zach, all of a sudden I can't hear you.
Oh wait,
Oh wait, now I can.
this is so weird. Please hold.
You want me to pause the movie?
No, you're good. Can you
Oh,
hear me now?
okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, I can. I can't. Now you're muted.
That was so weird. My phone connected as my what's it called? My phone connected
Microphone?
as my microphone.
My phone's been doing that too. That's so weird.
So weird, everyone. Uh, right off the bat, the what's it called? The age technology or like the CGI that they do to age down all of these guys and age
Yeah.
up Haley Atwell is very well done. I don't think
Yes.
Haley Atwell is CGI. I think hers is more practical.
Yeah. No, she's very CGI'd in Civil War, it feels. This feels definitely more practical. I was just gonna say, Michael Douglas looks very handsome here in this scene.
Yeah, her makeup just looks very good. How Kelsey, how do you feel? How do you feel about this as like a cold open?
I mean, you immediately get a sense of who Hank Pym is right off the bat. Like, he just punched that guy in the face. Like, we were dealing with technical difficulties when it happened, but he just decked that guy. Like, he didn't give a single fuck, which is like kind of refreshing. Like, he doesn't have this level of like professionalism or like decorum. Like, he doesn't like keep up appearances. Like, Hank Pym is like what you see is what you get. You know what I mean?
So ready? This is my first. I was coming with thoughts tonight. This is my favorite, or my first thought is that the what we first see Hank Pym, who is like, he's not our protagonist, but he's our driver in the passenger seat. The first
Yeah.
thing we see him do is we see him punch someone, and with that like establishes who he is as a character. And the first thing that we see Scott Lang do is we see him get punched right in the face, and we see him take it and come right back, which I think is just like a really cool way of like framing that relationship with like
Mm.
30 years in between it, which is like a very cool way, like a very cool writing trick that like is not
Yes.
super apparent on a first watch because you're like just taking it in. But if you're looking back, like the way that we meet Hank Pym and the way we meet Scott Lang perfectly mirror each other, which is just very cool.
That is so fun. I love that thought, Zach. Also, I've come prepared with some facts about Ant-Man, some
As I knew
behind the
you
scenes. And so, my first fun fact during our watch is that one this scene between Luis whitewashed him there for a second by accident. Luis, when he picks up Scott from the prison, they originally wrote it where he was holding up a boombox over his head and it was playing Peter Gabriel's um a song by him. Hold on, I wrote it down. Um oh, Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes, which is a reference to I think the movie Say Anything.
yeah.
That's like a romantic movie gesture, but they had to reshoot the scene because the song was too expensive to use. So,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah,
Marvel, all the money in the world, had too expensive.
I know, isn't that crazy? And it's funny that we were just kind of talking about how this is we think one of like the underrated projects of Marvel and like really like a hidden gem in the MCU. When you think that it wouldn't have been so successful given like all the drama that went on between like Edgar Wright like writing it and being like, you know, being the person who was going to like man the ship, he was going to be the writer and director. He leaves, Adam McKay does rewrites, and then Peyton Reed comes in to direct it. And so all of this nonsense happened behind the scenes and you think it would be like a total mess because that's what we've seen. I feel like in the most recent MCU projects there's like all these rewrites and they don't come out as good.
No, but I think also part of it, and I think this was true of this specific project. We missed a little bit of the scene in the van, but now we're in on like the Baskin Robbins scene and things like that. I think a lot of this comes from the fact that like there's not a lot in the first really like from watching it earlier today. There's really not a lot for Paul Rudd to like operate off of that's like super MCU for the first like half hour of the movie. So
Mhm.
he does a lot of the writing and directing, like do a lot of the lifting, but Paul Rudd is like himself is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, especially in this first like quarter of the film, because all of it is just character building. And I mean,
Mhm.
Paul Rudd at this point is like a household name in especially like 2015. Like he's already had like his early 90s and like into the 2000s sort of like blow up. He's like a household name. He's a heartthrob. And when they announced that they got Paul Rudd I remember because I think I was a junior in college. They announced that they got Paul Rudd for the MCU, and they hadn't announced what he was signed on for yet. And when people heard it was Ant-Man, people thought that they were like wasting Paul Rudd. People were like, "You have Paul Rudd as like your ringer for the MCU right now," because pretty much simultaneously you found out that Paul Rudd got that the MCU got Chris Pratt, Paul Rudd, Benedict Cumberbatch, and I think this was also coming off the heels of finding out that like this was coming off the heels of like Sebastian Stan having a much bigger role, Anthony Mackie. So people were like, "You're wasting Paul Rudd," and there was no Spider-Man yet. Like there was no Spider-Man announcement. We didn't know about Tom Holland and everything yet. So people were like, "You're actively wasting Paul Rudd." But he, I think, the first like half of this film proves like not only was it not a waste, he's like probably the only one who could do this role and like get away with being both comedic and overwhelmingly funny, but also like incredibly sincere.
Yeah. And it's like, it's such an interesting lens to like have a hero through, because look at like who he's hanging out with right now. Like all of his friends are like criminals. These like kind of like shady guys who are like doing what they need to do to kind of get by in life. And yeah, like Paul Rudd's like whole thing is that he was giving back to, he was taking from the rich, giving back to the poor, because this like ultra huge company, he exposed them for doing some shady nonsense. But it's like crazy that he's not morally gray. He's not an anti-hero. He's just it's a super interesting introduction to a superhero, I think.
I think it's probably the most human that you get in the MCU for a really long time after this. Because like Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange is pretty human. And then after that, we sort of like launch into world setup, right? Like Civil War, a lot of humanity between Cap and Iron Man, but like we had already like sort of known them, so we're getting like a lot of second halves of the stories and things like that. But like this in particular is probably like the two of them, Benedict Cumberbatch and Paul Rudd, set up like a really high expectation that like we're supposed to expect humanity. Speaking of humanity, here's Michael Douglas, and he's just so good in this film. He's so good. He's perfect for this part.
Yeah.
But my finishing thought on also Chekhov's what's it called? Chekhov's mini tank, very fun.
Oh, yep.
But like they set up this expectation that you're gonna see a lot more humanity in the MCU, and I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with right now, is that there's not a lot of humanity. It's all just flash and story setup, but not a lot of payoff. I thought the Fantastic Four had a lot more humanity, but I will say I think Ant-Man pulls off humanity in a much smaller runtime than any of the other films that we've seen like very recently have the ability to do, except for Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts pulls it off better.
Yes, I agree. I think that Thunderbolts has just been my favorite project as out of late, just because like you care so much about those characters, like first and foremost. And I think like again, like this is such an interesting setup between like the dynamic between we're meeting Hope for the first time here. And it's like you don't even realize that they're like father and daughter until one of them says it like later on, and like, a few lines later where she like calls him dad or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like I remember even like watching this and being like, oh my God, this is a really interesting dynamic as well. Like these two are acting like strangers right now. Come to find out they're father and daughter.
Right. Corey Stoll, I think, is probably one of. It's so sad that later on in the MCU he gets sort of like shafted, the whole MODOK of it all. But I think his performance in this, the four of them. I mean, everyone actually is so good in this film, but like in particular, Evangeline Lilly, Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, and Corey Stoll have such a like powerhouse like circle of like power struggle in this film, because at every point you have a different feeling about them, and they somehow you to think differently, or they somehow like win you over for a little bit and then they move you away. I think the only one who like maybe wins you over, no, actually I was gonna say the person who wins you over and doesn't lose you is Scott. But I think like even he wins you over so early, and then he goes back and heists again, and you get like it's a very frustrating. It's a very frustrating circumstance. But I think Corey Stoll does such a good job at making you like Darren Cross right off the bat, and then immediately you're like, oh no, you're a bad dude, but you don't think
Yeah.
right away because you feel for him because he does such a good job at being like a snake oil salesman that you fall for it almost immediately.
Yes. Absolutely. And he also just gets very, like, scary later on in this film.
He's a brutal villain in this world. There are not many villains that like kill kind of without any regard for people's like without any regard or sense of like humanity, and he really just goes for it.
Yeah.
The
He
scene
literally
that we'll see a little bit is like probably one of my like top 10 like, oh, this is horrible. This is horrifying. This is like a real situation, not with the technology, but like this could happen where like
Yeah.
there's you in a bathroom, but we'll get there.
Hmm. My other fun fact, it's very delayed, but originally the fast food company that they wanted Scott Lang working at post prison sentence was Chipotle, but Chipotle did not want to be betrayed in a negative way. So they ultimately went with Baskin Robbins.
Because Baskin Robbins doesn't care if they're portrayed in a negative way or not. They're going to sell you the ice cream, and you're
Yeah.
going to buy it. This has nothing to do with this movie, Kels, but do you see any Baskin Robbins Dunkin' Donuts combos anymore?
I used to live near one in New York, but
To live
I
near
gotta
one
tell I gotta
down.
tell you something. Like I went to a Baskin Robbins Dunkin' Donuts combo and it sucked.
It's bad. Baskin Robbins ice cream is bad. Sorry, Baskin Robbins. When you watch this, you will be
No,
sad.
it's
Not
like it's bad. It's so bad. Oh my god, this is like the guy who plays the father in Stranger Things.
Is
I
that him?
think I think
Is that
like
Ted Wheeler?
I think that's Ted Wheeler.
I'm looking it up.
Once I start like uttering nonsense, I'm like
Ted Wheeler is Frank?
I'm fading.
Joe Crest. Oh my god, yeah, he really is.
There's something kind of Shakespearean in the way that Corey Stoll plays Darren Cross.
It's super Iago-y, if that
Yeah.
makes like Iago and freaking God, why can't I think of his name right now? Almost like uh not Paris. Tybalt
Tybalt.
and Juliet. This and you just this is you can tell that this is Marvel's like real heyday because the fact that you have Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly on the same screen doing this like intense, like fully character developed scene in a movie called Ant-Man is like pretty
Mhm.
because it goes from that scene to a full on birthday party uh that's like just looped with comedy. And Bobby Cannavale, like, come on.
Yeah. Apparently he was called by Paul Rudd to take the role. Marvel didn't even offer him a role yet, but Paul Rudd was like, "I need you to do this role."
He's great. They're such good opposites of each other.
Yeah.
The frickin' rabbit. Kelsey, the rabbit very much reminds me of a Labubu. I thought that today. Looks very, very Labubu-y. I hate
No, the Labubus are scary. The one thing that you may like to know about the rabbit, Zach, is that little voice, that little one line it just had where it said, "You're my best friend." That is Tom Kenny, aka SpongeBob.
SquarePants. No.
Yeah. Also, all my fun facts come from IMDb,
Thanks
and
a
if
lot, MDB.
if they're all wrong, do not blame me. I am simply just the messenger. Judy Greer,
What a grab. What
2000s rom-com queen.
freaking Judy Greer. Again, just like a really his acting in this whole first half is just so good.
Judy Greer and Paul Rudd both have very light features, and their daughter Cassie has very dark features, and I'm almost like, is this Bobby Cannavale's kid?
Oh, and then they hard correct it in Quantum Mania. They hard correct.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well,
The horn, the musical horn, my favorite thing in this whole movie.
oh, she's so cute though.
The
They
music
they
horn. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say they cast the right kid because she's
They did.
adorable.
See, okay, this as a scene is just one of the most I don't know. I don't know how they thought of this, but good lord, it is terrifying. From the freaking
Right.
grab of the napkin with the taser right there.
Ugh. Just like,
Horrible.
and then he just wipes him up like he's not a person. Oh my god, that's like
So gross.
gross.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Frank.
Frank.
Then he washes his hands. I think that's my like. That's also very like Macbeth, like Shakespearean. The way he looks at himself in the mirror.
Yeah. This like chic bob she has.
Wild. And then she never has it again.
Yeah. R.I.P. the bob.
Very 2015. It's very 2015.
Yeah, that's so true. Fun fact, Jessica Chastain turned down the role of Hope Van Dyne, and she also turned down the role of Maya Hansen in Iron Man 3 back in 2013.
Wow.
She said that there was a scheduling conflict both times.
To turn down Marvel once is pretty crazy. To turn down Marvel twice is actually insane.
They really, really wanted Jessica Chastain. Do you want to know something even more wild? So, in the original script that Edgar Wright wrote, Janet, Hank's wife, was a much bigger part in it, and I
Oh,
think he was
Kels,
going
pause. Kels,
to.
pause.
Okay,
Pause your film. I'm
pause
at
the.
I'm at an ad. The fun fact, everyone, is that I'm an adult living in the 21st century. We're really struggling. Um, everything's more expensive. Eggs cost your left arm, whatever. I
Right,
opted
right.
to do Hulu and Disney Plus together. What I didn't realize is that it was going to take away my no ads. It's really great. So now I'm still sitting on about another minute's worth of ads. The Lazy Boy Labor Day sale is currently going on. It probably won't be by the time this is up. Sorry to hear it. We've got another minute. So every so often I might be like, Kelsey, pause. And you'll be like, what? Why should I pause? You should. And now we're looking at a Home Depot ad. They're a FIFA World Cup supporter. Did you know that, Kelsey?
Um, I now do.
Well, we don't need to give them more free promotion. You already did it. You're going to be at the World Cup, Home Depot. Relax.
Wait, I'm getting a crazy update right now on Instagram. It says Tom Holland is taking a break from filming Spider-Man Brand New Day. His stunt double will continue filming scenes for him while he is on a break.
Why is he taking a break?
Also, did you hear about the fight that apparently broke out on the set of Avengers Doomsday?
Yes, but they said it was Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr., and they haven't filmed together. You can press play.
Okay. Aw, 377 days until I can see Cassie. He's so sweet, this man. What a wholesome superhero.
I think this is like the scene where you're really won over. Because, God, wouldn't you do it too? But then you're like, Scott, don't do that.
No, totally. But I'm also like, it's probably really hard for ex-cons to get work. They
Well,
probably have,
the fact that he's an ex-con and like cares about his kid.
yeah.
Uh,
Wait, we have an iconic Luis
yeah,
monologue right now.
classic. Like probably the most recognizable thing from these films.
This was just so creative and fun. I remember the first time I ever watched this movie, I was like, "Oh my god, that was so cool."
It already passed, but she's petting his head as if she's petting his hair, and he is so bald.
Yeah. And all this information was planted. Like this was purposeful for Scott to hear about this.
It's got to be good. My God, what's his name? Frickin'
David Dotsmalkian.
yeah, Polka Dot from the Suicide Squad.
Yes. You know, I thought that was just how he spoke.
I
I
did
thought
too. I did not realize it was an very well done.
I was sold. David Dotsmalkian, good job.
Way to go, man, David. A good job, brother. And he just totally doesn't look like this in any other film that he does. It's
Yeah.
very cool. Great heist planning scene. They're so stupid. I love them so. They are so set up in every way to seem like they're going to fail. And I think that's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I can't believe that's not how he talks.
I also can't believe it.
It just feels so right. Very athletic jump over the fence.
With the damn.
Okay, Spider-Man who?
I know. And then literally the freaking window climbing. Maybe Paul Rudd can step in for Tom Holland while he's taking a break. I'm very curious how accurate this is.
Yeah.
This house is also beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Chekhov's tank.
this like Victorian. He's like, I let you break into my house. No, because Scott Lang is smart.
That's okay. So we're at my first complaint, Kels.
Go ahead.
Probably like my only complaint, if I'm really being honest about this. And it's not even really about this film, it's about the way that Marvel handles Ant-Man moving forward. Scott Lang in this whole film is so stupid smart. He's
Yeah.
so smart. He has nothing but like incredible ideas. His brain he's the reason you like Ant-Man so much is because of how good of a person Scott Lang is, but also because he's so intelligent and he utilizes it so well. And every movie after this, they just forget.
Yeah.
He just
I
seems
was
to never be so smart again.
I was gonna say you never see him be this crafty anymore. You never see him like utilize anything like that he learned in his criminal lifestyle to like be a superhero in the present day.
And this whole film is so like chock full of it that the fact that it just disappears, I think it actually is probably the biggest disservice to him as a character. And I think it's also why people don't get excited for his films because after this, like Civil War, it like makes sense because he really is such like a good um comic relief that also still has like even though he's comic relief, he still has like a lot of very interesting and like intelligent ways of battling. But like
Mhm.
I would say even like Ant-Man and the Wasp and then Quantumania and then especially Endgame, like he becomes sort of like a butt of the joke, except for like the very small scenes, like in Endgame when he has that scene after he like gets out and he goes and he finds Cassie and he had like that's you get like the 2015 Ant-Man Scott Lang, but after that it like sort of just disappears.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like he did come up with the entire time heist,
It's true.
although he needed Tony's, math science brain to really figure it out, but really all he supplied was the fact that he was like, I know about the quantum realm. There's one thing I know, it's the
Right.
quantum realm.
Maybe it's also just the fact that he never presents this cool ever again.
Yeah.
He never has
That's
like that full hero like this is a hero quality moment, like almost like
yeah.
Indiana Jones.
I love how he has like a headset on like Britney
On
Spears.
headset. It's just a suit.
The ants.
The ants and just Michael Douglas about to be full like almost like supervillain style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think my favorite part is that he does the whole thing with the suit and then just takes it anyway. He's like, "Yeah, I'll take it." Oh, another thing where he's just an evil, evil man. I hate this scene.
Yeah. I don't like it either. It makes me sad.
Oh, with the constant bleeding. Oh, also great line. I thought we were using mice. What's the difference? Great character line.
Yeah, yeah. Mm,
Oh, don't do it. Clearly a puppet. Oh, the worst.
cold. Cold, cold
So cool.
man.
Paul Rudd really nailed the 5 o'clock shadow in this whole movie.
Yeah. Well, he's like, maybe it's like worth something. I don't know. I might take it too. It's a cool looking suit.
So, right? Like it's the only thing there, and the man clearly has money.
It's like, why is it so important that this is behind the safe? Must be valuable. Oh,
Don't really know what he was doing. That's what
Yeah.
I'm confused about. He does that too later, like in his like training montage. Like
Mm.
also happens to perfectly fit. I like to imagine that Hank Pym probably tailored it, got his measure.
Also, the Ant-Man suit is completely practical, whereas the Yellow Jacket suit is all mocap.
Really?
Uh,
Okay. I think this sequence probably one of my favorite superhero sequences.
Yeah.
Again, you can tell it's like a similar time period to what's it called? To Doctor Strange because this has a it's different in material but similar in style to like the ancient one first bringing Steven on his like journey to
Yes.
all possibilities.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Oh. Oh my god. The way the camera just shook as,
So
like, the water hit the tub. Like, wow. How teeny tiny he is. Microscopic.
oh, so good.
Not like this rave happening in the
I know,
middle of the
fully open
day.
the bed. You can hear it when he first goes in the bathroom. You can hear like a tiny bit of it. I just noticed.
Yeah.
Do you think these people knew that they were filming this specifically for Ant Man?
So that actually is a great segue into one of my fun facts, which is the code name for this movie on set was Bigfoot,
That's hilarious.
which is funny, I think. Um yeah, I think that they probably knew that they were in like maybe like a Paul Rudd project, but
Yeah,
like specifically for Ant-Man, like who knows?
because there's no, they would never have met him.
Right. They're like, "Oh, I filmed something for, like, this Paul Rudd movie, and I don't even know if anything ever came of it."
Again, another question: how did no one see that happen and go like, "Oh shit"?
Yeah. He immediately brings it back. Oh, yeah, and this is when he gets caught.
All because Hope fucking called the cops on him.
Oh, shouldn't have said that.
Good call. Good Paul Rudd comedy right there. I wasn't doing that. I was doing the opposite of the thing that I already did.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a brutal scene. Brutal, brutal. What a kick me while I'm down moment.
Yeah. He's also just such a great voice for, like, narrating.
Yes.
Like, that's the kind of voice you would hear where you'd walk into a room and he would say, "I told you I'd be in touch." Oh my god, my lamp just fell on me because it's balanced on a copy of The Order of the Phoenix on my bed.
that I everyone I walked in or I logged in as Kelsey was going, the Order of the Phoenix. And then I was like, also I'm here. So I did hear that.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. That's hilarious. I have to readjust. So I'm putting my lamp over here on my copy of the Order of the Phoenix. And I'm moving my computer.
Awesome rehash of all the things that we already saw from Luis's monologue.
Yeah.
I love how cryptic all of the MCU like old men are, as if they can afford with anything in their world to just be so cryptic.
Yeah. They're all almost like old-timey wizards. Like they just like speak in riddles and then like disappear.
Oh,
Mm.
thing too, I think we always see Cassie from the like we come into her right for anybody else's view, but when we see Scott and later when we see Darren in the yellow jacket suit, we like pan in from her left side.
Mm.
No actual meaning to that. It's just a really cool continuity.
Totally.
One of my favorites, the 10, 9. Impressive how fast that suit got on his body.
Yeah. I realized I ranked the MCU recently, and I realized while I was talking about all the movies is that Hank and Hope are kind of like manipulative. I think they take advantage of Scott Lang a little bit.
So manipulative. I think that's why, and again, that's why I'm sad that this is as underrated because, like, Scott Lang is really the everyman. There is nothing super special about Scott other than the fact that he's like very, very intelligent, but also just happens to be like just desperate enough to go along with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Tony Stark's not your one getting in your weird ant suit. He doesn't need to. He's got a bunch of money.
Right.
Scott Lang just desperate enough.
I love how Scott Lang is like worried about like what is the ant's name.
Yes. Again, he's the everyman. He's like, I've got this animal. I need to name it.
Yeah. Can I make one little request? No.
No.
I think that was there's a newspaper article he just landed on in that trolley car and it said like what's going on with Sokovia or something.
Oh, another thing that later on I realized is that the what's it called? Like the amount of times that they reference Sokovia and the amount of times they reference like the actual tragedy the Avengers do, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Just watching him while he sleeps is the wildest.
Yeah.
I'm letting the cats in because they're pawing at the door. Go ahead. Everyone, Reese is going to come watch Ant-Man with us. I love that she just happens to know. Of course she would, but like she just happens to know the genus name of each of these ants.
Right.
Everyone, it's Reese. Say hello.
Hello.
Reese, your favorite MCU project? Probably, I don't know. What would yours be? The Eternals.
Oh,
A cat with taste.
truly.
I like that he thinks the ants are gonna bite him when they're clearly like making the path for him.
Right. Well, I would be nervous too.
That's fair.
She's great.
Real enemies to lovers trope with Hope and Scott, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. They do it well.
They do. Man, they really are manipulative. I'm thinking about Kelsey. They are very manipulative.
They're literally like the whole reason why he wants him in the suit, as he reveals to Hope later, is like, no, you're too important to me. Like, I can't have you suiting up and being a superhero. Like, something bad will happen to you. This random guy,
And then
something bad, something bad can happen to him. I don't care.
Scott is literally like, yeah, I'm expendable. And he
Yeah.
knows it, and I know it.
The ants pushing the sugar cubes. Like, that's.
And they immediately go back.
That always hurt my feelings. I'm like, accept their sugar. They're
Except
working
sugar.
they're working so hard to get you the sugar. Like, you have to accept it now. And then he tells them no, never mind. And then they put that back.
Just looks like a hearing aid too. It's very
Yeah.
cool. It's just like a part of his like everyday.
Love that line.
So good.
I love, like, thinking about how, like, when they were filming this, like, all Michael Douglas did was, like, hit, like, 4 random squares as
Yep,
if he was, like, punching in a code, and then they added those, like, lights and sound effects in
yep.
post. But it's like he just walked up to a thing and went like this. It's so funny thinking about that. I was thinking about that when I watched Age of Ultron 2, because there's so many, like, gadgets and things that, like,
Thing.
Tony and Bruce use that are just not there, but they're just, like, playing with stuff, and, like, it's all, like, make believe, and I'm like, this is so funny to think about, like, a group of adults playing, like, make believe in a
So
room together.
and getting a lot of money for it.
Yeah, getting so much money. A crazy amount of money.
Kels, obviously not to give anything away, but because they need to go watch the other one. But Avengers: Age of Ultron on your like Ultimate Avengers ranking, where does it rank and why?
Oh god, I don't know why, but my gut reaction was to say, well, I had 2 gut reactions. My gut reaction was to say, obviously it's bottom. Obviously, out of the 4 Avengers films, it's probably last, then the original, then Infinity War, then Endgame at the top. But then my second thought was, I'm just so sick of the original Avengers. I'm actually just so sick of it. I'm so bored of it. I hate watching it over and over again. At least Age of Ultron does something different, but also it's kind of messy. But also the first one's kind of iconic.
I am team Age of Ultron over the original. Not because
Mhm.
I don't like the original or anything like that, but sort of like given how far we've come, it feels very tired. I feel like you'll never get the same feeling about the original Avengers that you did the first time you watched it. But every time I watch Age of Ultron, I like it a little bit more. Again, like there's like something else that I'm supposed like that I grow to love, right? Because the stuff that we got in the first Avengers, we then got for like a long time after that. Age of Ultron, you only get James Spader for one movie. One movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson, one movie.
Despicable.
Absolutely despicable. It's fine. He'll come back.
You think?
I think they gotta use him for something. Mini sheep or mini lamb or whatever it is, and then he does the corniest and also like still slightly evil thing. Freaking
Flicks it. Oh, he made it fall over.
why, dude?
I didn't like it. I'm like, and now also like I'm watching these movies and I can't help but think to myself that'd be a good trivia question.
That'd be a good trivia question.
I'm like, oh, what is Mitchell Carson's? What was his position at field? Director of Defense. He just said it.
Shield. Oh, crazy. This is my favorite. And then this. Not this, sorry. Well, yeah, that, but the next one is after this. The building comment. Crazy. Little like peppering of Civil War. Also, this is not some cute technology like the Iron Man suit is probably one of my favorite lines in all of the MCU because we are marveled at how amazing these things are. And these universe are like, oh, you want the cute suit or do you want like the actual impressive thing? And it's like, what?
Yeah. But he's right though. Like I feel like he's totally even referencing like the fabric of like space-time reality that you can manipulate, like going quantum and like all of these things that we later do down the line.
And what's cool is that like hold on. Yeah, the no is good. The like everything of this scene is just so impressive. But like the Iron Man suit can probably be worn by anybody in its first iteration and be good. But it's very clear that like the Ant-Man suit needs a very specific type of person to be able to do it masterfully. And it becomes later on that like the Iron Man suit actually needs Tony in it to operate as well as it does. But then even Ironheart just disproved that because then you have Riri Williams. And you have Rhodey too, obviously.
Which I still have to watch.
Ironheart, I do too.
Yeah. But I will say, I forgot my train of thought because I think the lamp fell or we had to hit pause for the ads. But one of my fun facts is that when Edgar Wright's original script, he wrote Janet Van Dyne. He gave her like a much bigger part in this to like gave her something big to do. And my theory is that it took place in the past when Hank and Hope lost each other in 1987 when she went to the quantum realm. Because two of the actors, according to IMDb, the two actors were also considered for the role of Janet Van Dyne, Hank's wife, were Rashida Jones and Emma Stone.
Interesting. Two like again like ringers.
Yeah.
Like again, very early 2010s.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, pause.
Training.
It's bad.
Okay. Honestly, Dyl might just like edit out these times that we have to pause.
And Dylan, if you do, good on you. And if you don't,
we can still entertain.
Because how do you feel about the fact that we're not getting another Marvel project, I think, period, until Spider-Man.
I'm
We're getting
feeling
Eyes of Wakanda, but like again, even still, like we're not getting another like feature length until freaking July, a year from now.
yeah, it feels very weird, but also I feel like we need to take a beat. We need to take a minute because
I agree.
James Gunn is now on the other side of the aisle about to do amazing stuff with DC.
Did you see
And
Superman?
oh, I sure did. I've seen it twice.
Plus, I have not seen it yet. I know
Zach,
everything
it's
about it because it's August and I should
right.
have seen it already, but I have not seen it, and it is everyone, my friend's number one thing of like, I can't believe you haven't watched this yet.
Zach, it's good. It's really good.
It's amazing. What do you good? It looks incredible.
And I'm like, and I'm happy. I'm happy for him because I'm just happy to watch any of his movies, period. But I
Right.
also just think that like we need to regroup and we need to rethink like what we're doing here. We need to, you know, I don't even know
Are
what
you
the
are you
answer
ready to
is.
play?
Hit play.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay. Training montage.
Yes. Keep going with your thought.
I just think that the MCU needs to regroup and get its shit together. And so I'm feeling fine if we take a beat and have, our next movie be released a year from now. What's
Agreed.
making me nervous is that the next movie after that is Doomsday. And I feel like there's been no buildup as to what's to come in that
I know,
movie, the way that they built it up in the Infinity Saga.
I know a lot of people are nervous about Doom, a brand new day being like a wrap up to like make the pieces of Doomsday really fall in place. What I
Mm,
love is I would love to see Doomsday kind of like take the approach of like, I don't really care what happened before. Like I care, but I don't care in the same way that like you all care. Like obviously,
mm,
what's it called? Love and Thunder happened. Like Guardians 3 happened. Like we have all of these like very separate stories. So I'm curious
mhm.
if the wrap up of all of those stories is just going to be Doctor Doom finding the people who like kind of like identifying the fact that in every single part of these, like in this timeline, in every movie, an incursion was created and we just didn't know it. Right. So, like,
Oh.
that's his whole thing is to like go back and fix it. And they all kind of come together so that then they get on Battle World for Secret War. Like, I think it will be, it's very possible. I just am curious how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because it feels a little out of nowhere right now.
I hope I think the only thing that's gonna save Doomsday for me is if the runtime is at least 2 hours and 30 minutes.
And I think it's going to be. I don't think they can shorten this one. And I
It's
think that
gonna
it's going to be really bad.
it's gonna make me nervous if it, like, just hits the 2-hour mark, because every single time a Marvel movie has just hit 2 hours or been under 2 hours, I'm like, "That should have been longer."
Was that your Fantastic Four gripe?
I definitely think that it could have been longer, but I don't have a ton of notes for Fantastic Four.
I think
But
that
some people,
literally is my only gripe with it is that I thought it could have been just a tiny bit longer.
yeah, no, I agree.
Same with Thunderbolts. I thought it could have been a tiny bit longer.
Yes. Thunderbolts, you could tell me that movie could have been days long. I would have been
And
sad.
I will watch the entire thing.
I would have watched the entire thing straight through. It could have been a 24-hour film. I love that movie.
Training montage is A1 in this movie. I just love it so much because then it leads right into probably one of my favorite cameos of all time because it's so silly and so stupid, and I just love that they thought of it.
Oh, Anthony Mackie.
Yes.
Totally.
He's one of the best people to come out of the MCU, period. We also missed the naming of Antony, my favorite. An entire audience of people caring about an ant for the first time in the entire world.
It's like, damn. Look at that. Look at that
Literally,
bottom, Paul Rudd.
And then they never showcase it ever again, which is just hilarious.
A mistake. Once again, a mistake.
A mistake.
The sugar cube. The ants look so good.
They do look so good. I know people love to complain about Marvel CGI, but I think I've just never really minded it at all.
I think good CGI is CGI that you shouldn't mind. I think that bad CGI is CGI that you notice. You know what I mean?
100%.
And also, like, back for being 2015, 10 years ago, this CGI looks great.
The whole thing looks great. Probably, again, one of my only other gripes coming up is this weird, like, ants turning the lights off sort of thing. I don't know why. I feel like it's a real cheap shot at like depression. Not like, oh, like making a joke out of depression or anything, but it's very on the nose. I feel like all that needed to be done is like the ants kind of coming from everywhere to like again grab more sugar cubes and it would have had the same effect. But the like it growing dark because she's covering the light of herself like just feels very very like okay. But then they do a really good job turning it right back around.
This is a complicated family dynamic.
But this scene is so good. It's just two actors acting in a superhero movie. See, when people are like, "Oh, Marvel movies, it's not cinema." Tell me what other movies have this great acting in these like very like complicated scenes. Like him just talking about him being expendable and being like he loves you so much that he doesn't care what happens to me as long as it does what it needs to do for the two of you. Like, oh, her being like, by the way, I called the cops on you again.
Yeah.
Where the ants are everywhere.
The answer seemingly everywhere. Do you think they're happy?
The ants? Yes, 100%.
Okay, cool.
They're so well taken care of.
He made them spin a penny.
The house is so beautiful. It's clearly in California.
The monologue to the wall is like classic.
Classic.
It's just like hilarious because like imagine people did this in real life.
A monologue to the wall.
They like spoke to you with their back to you.
Honestly, good for Marvel for staying away from like the US Soviet Russia like conflict as much as they can, and then really only barreling down on it when they have to.
Yeah.
Like this, the Red Guardian.
Oh yeah. God, he's funny, that Red Guardian.
Oh, Jim Hopper. It's obviously not his real name. It's David Harbour. But God, if you don't know him as Jim Hopper, how do you know him?
Yeah, certainly. But then it's like, where did Hank go? He was on that
That was
bomb. It
what
just
I thought earlier. Is it fell into the sea? And what did Hank do?
Yeah, seriously. I guess he just expanded and then floated in the sea until someone found him. Like, what did he do? Now I'm just getting invested. Now I'm getting quiet and
I'm just like, this is the part of the movie that I'm like, yeah.
I'm just like watching family trauma unfold.
Oh, they're about to break it up. Hold on. Eventually, Lily really put a lot of good work in this role. It's too bad no one likes Evangeline Lilly anymore.
Right. Totally. And her character really went to shit in
Oh,
Quantumania.
bad. He said, "This is awesome."
Yes, he
I
did. Yes.
love Scott Lang, the everyman.
Wow.
Successful training montage portion is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The writing of Antony, him drinking the water, hilarious.
He's putting like little gadgets on him.
Him running with the ants is just so funny. It's like George of the Jungle, Tarzan.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, Scott Lang can really run. Just like impressive for a guy who like clearly does not, or I guess I shouldn't say clearly. Man, boy's got a real freaking six pack.
He's an athletic guy.
Freaking Howard Stark, dude.
They had to take a 6-hour flight to New York.
Just for fun.
All right, Anthony. Fun fact, some other actors that were considered for the role of Hank Pym were Sean Bean, Pierce Brosnan,
Oh my god.
and Gary Oldman.
Gary freaking Oldman. How are we getting Gary Oldman in the MCU?
I pray for it every night.
Every night. Here we go, man. Oh, what a guy.
They're like, you gotta get out of there.
Did you just say I'm Scott?
That's funny. That's a funny line.
I love that. I love that Sam Wilson in every other movie and iteration we have of him. Maybe not Brave New World as much, but like he's just like such a goofy guy, and in this he has to be the antithesis of whatever the goofy is.
Yes.
Oh, so fun.
It's like, who's he reporting back to?
Yeah, just a
Like,
man.
like seemingly Steve Rogers, right?
Yeah, but later he says, "Don't let Cap know about this."
Oh yeah.
Also, so impressive how well Scott knows how to use the suit already.
He's smart. He's
U-
a smart guy.
Uses her move. Very fun callback.
Oh yeah. just
So
ripping, just ripping wires.
lots of cool callbacks to this, like all like this movie just in general during Civil War. Like he does this in Cap suit, but Cap suit is more well outfitted than Falcon's at that point. So it like the coolant like gets rid of him from it. There's
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
there's like all of the what's it called? Doing like just like the callback to this moment just in general. Oh,
But he got it.
so good. So good. Paul Rudd was 44 during this movie.
Damn, good for him.
Paul Rudd's almost 60 years old.
Damn. Oh, I'm startled by his presence.
In his all black outfit.
Yeah.
He's so rude and so charming at the same time. He's like, you left the door open. You're freaking old.
Yeah. The gloves too.
Do you think he came over planning to maybe have to kill him?
No, I think he does say like my plan was to kill you, but then I like heard Hope in the house
Oh,
and
that's
figured
right.
that like I shouldn't do it with like her around.
So wild. He's like, yeah, sure, Darren. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah. If you had an ant, what would you name it?
Good question. I think I'd call it Pincer because it's got the little pincers.
Pincers.
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe. What would you name your Aunt Kels?
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
It's a Taylor Swift song.
Interesting that they don't give her an iPhone.
Villain core.
Literally.
Does everyone else have an iPhone? I don't even know.
What a liar. Liar. Again, cool
Smart.
things moment.
It's because he knows from burgling.
Berglund.
He's like, I'm putting together a team. My team of criminals. The immediate cut of like, no way. Boom, they're there. They're in the house.
It's not often you steal a house and then get well back because we just robbed you. He's just so good. Is that Michael Pena?
Yeah.
He's so funny in this.
He's really, really funny.
One could say that I let you let me. Basically, new Ant-Man suit because it starts getting polished.
Yeah. Daddy don't get scared. That's what I always say.
He said, "Good. Baskin Robbins knows everything." So good.
That's going to be me in about 48 minutes.
Yeah, the minute that this is over, that's me in Snoozeville.
You can tell I'm getting more and more comfy. And I'm like,
I know
this is getting harder.
Do it.
Her bob looks way better later down the line. When it's pinned straight, it's jarring. But
Horrible.
right now it has like a cute little wave to it. It's much more, I feel like it's probably a metaphor about how she's like getting softer and like opening up more to Scott and her father. So she's getting like a little looser with her hair.
Oh, one of my favorite scenes because it's just like so simple, and he's like, I forget that I like have this ability to do this cool thing now. And how am I gonna do it? Like, I'm gonna go see my daughter with it.
I'm gonna use it to see my daughter. Exactly.
He's so
I forget, does he even wake her up? No, he just like greets her in her sleep, and then leaves.
Eyes in the sky. He's so good.
He does whistle. And you
He
know
does.
it's
It's
you know
a
it's
small world.
you knew that? How'd
I
you know
did.
that?
Because I watched this earlier tonight, Kelsey.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You did extra
Great
homework.
trivia question.
What? Oh, that would be a good trivia question. I'm gonna keep that. Keep that in the back burner.
Later on when he's like, boss man told me to secure the arrows, so I'm securing.
Yeah.
No one sees the Ant-Man suit. I think that's crazy. I guess no one's looking. There it is. It also tells you if you have the closed captions on.
Oh yeah. I do have those on right now, and they did just let me know. That's a good quote. Good punch. One punch out cold.
So good.
That's a man who's punched before.
Well, he says that he's the only one who knocked Peachy out.
Oh, right. Another good trivia question. I wonder what Peachy's in for.
It's got to be on the same level of burglary.
Insider trading.
Peachy's just a businessman.
Entrepreneur.
This also very cool. Them making the raft.
Mm-hmm. I hope the ones on the bottom aren't just like drowning.
Yeah, what happens to them after this?
I think they probably like find a way out. Look, they just crawled up the wall. They're crawling
Oh,
up the wall.
yeah.
Don't worry. We don't have to be worried about the ants.
Pause. I've got an ad. It is not the last ad, but we're getting close.
Okay.
We've got this and then one more at the 34-minute mark. The 1 hour 34-minute mark.
Fun. Oh, looking forward to it. I normally wouldn't be this sleepy at this hour, but I didn't get great sleep last night because I had a little bit of a tummy ache.
I understand that. I am just getting ready for the school year again. School year is starting next week,
Yeah,
and I'm not excited for it.
for sure.
Oh. Kels, what is your favorite what's your favorite Marvel project of the year? I guess we've answered that. Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah. I would say Thunderbolts. I also really liked, did you watch Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
I did not actually.
That was a good one too, the animated series.
Damn.
You
I
you
gotta watch.
you'd like it because it's woke. It's
It's
woke as
woke.
it's woke as hell, Zach.
Good. That's what I want. I want my Spider-Man super woke. What's funny is that people are going to think that that's me being facetious, but I'm 100% serious. He's
I'm
a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. All right,
yeah,
ready?
I'm
3,
ready.
2, 1, play.
Okay, back at it.
They just flew out of the spout. The Ant-Man is in the building.
He said boots on the ground, eyes in the sky. So I'm just not over that moment. He just I missed that through all the rewatches I've ever watched of this movie. I miss that he tries to say the scientific name for them and just doesn't.
So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I call an
An
unfortunate casualty.
unfortunate casualty. Mean pretty lady did good.
Dave's such a real one for this.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, don't leave the keys in the ignition. I know he probably
Literally,
hot-wired it.
that was the right thing to do. So gross and terrifying. Ah, there it is again.
Yep.
Tank.
And he has heart medication too. God, he's just like so slimy. He's such a slimy little
So
geezer.
evil.
Oh wow. You know what oh my God, Zach, I'm having a realization. They have like these hexagons on the walls to make it look like a hive. Because he's Yellow Jacket.
Oh.
I was like, it kind of looks like a beehive. And I'm like, yeah, Yellow Jacket. Have you ever watched Yellow Jackets?
No, I've heard I need to watch it though. Melanie
It's
Lynskey, she's apparently unbelievable on it.
Yeah, she's good, but I really hate her character.
Oh, do you really?
And she's like the main character, and she's like this very morally gray, like very hard to root for
The
character.
premise is that they get into a plane accident, right? That's that Yellow
So
Jackets.
a high school girls soccer team crash lands in like the Canadian wilderness on the way to a soccer tournament, and they don't get found or like rescued for like 9 months. And
So
so
they have
it
to Lord of the Flies it.
Huh?
They have to like Lord of the Flies it.
Yeah, exactly. So the show jumps back and forth between what happened to them in the woods and then 25 years into the future when like you see like what became of like the survivors. And
So you know
season
that's
1,
don't survive.
damn good. You don't necessarily know because other characters like come into it like later on, but you pretty much have a pretty good understanding of who did and did not survive by like the end of season 2. But season 1 was damn good television, let me tell you. All these white men in suits, like, I feel unsafe.
So many white men in suits. Old white men in suits.
With safes.
Yes. representatives of Hydra. Yeah.
Another immediate punch, no hesitation. Nothing's changed. This is the same man from 1989. Shh, shh.
The dual shush. "15-minute charge is crazy." Oh, and they don't leave each other behind. I love it.
No. They're a community. They're a network. They're a family.
They're a hive mind.
Yeah. I love the ants. Oh, good boy, Anthony. And this
Honestly,
is when
terrifying.
this is
said-
when it all goes to shit. That's hilarious. It's a hilarious line. Oh my god.
Crazy.
Hell yeah. Oh. My god, this is what he wanted all along.
He's so crazy. So wild. What a freaking asshole. God, he's so crazy, and all he wants is
A father figure.
literally just to be proud of him.
Yeah. Oh god. My god, he really sees Hank as like a dad.
Yeah, he literally is like, that's my fucking dad.
He's like having an episode of psychosis. Cool move. That's
Here
just-
we go.
Yeah. That's just another thing about Hope. She's cool.
She's so cool, and she does care about him. So
nice.
cool.
Shrink. Nope. The ants are stopping the gun.
Stop the gun. They peel it off of him. Yeah, they really make you think Michael Douglas dies, which is just crazy.
I was gonna say, I didn't even know that he really got shot. I thought he was wearing something underneath. But he's got like blood. Doesn't he fake his own death?
I can't remember. I think he's actually okay.
I think he's okay, obviously, because he's in Ant-Man and the Wasp, but
Oh, he's definitely okay. No, don't kill it. Don't kill it.
well, he just like threw it.
So cool.
The effect that they use to make him look like he's growing and shrinking is actually inspired by what it looked like in the comic books when Ant-Man shrunk.
Is it really? Very
Yeah.
cool.
But also,
More comic accurate suits when it came out. People hadn't really heard of Ant-Man, but they were very impressed by the fact that it looks almost pretty much identical to the
comic book. Yeah. I like how he calls him Scotty.
Scotty.
It's very real.
Yeah, the whole place is gonna blow.
Yeah. There's the bomb.
And he's just such a good. I love it. They like are good people
Who do
below
bad things.
else. They're just people who are slumming it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tank.
Yeah, Chekhov's tank. Him with his frickin' suit. Hilarious.
Here we come. Shooting at the flying ants.
Oh,
Anthony.
news. The worst thing. Again, they make you care about the ant the entire time. It's an ant.
And the wing. The single wing.
This is like when Hedwig died.
Ugh, don't even
Just
go.
like when Hedwig died.
That is like truthfully like the death I'll never forgive.
No, never. It's too loud. There's a tank. I can't hear you. Oh, so good. Just knocks him right out.
It was never just a heist.
Oh,
It's gone now. Checkmate. His life's work.
he's willing to kill so many people for absolutely no fucking reason. You can tell it's getting late because I'm not caring about my candor anymore.
Yeah, it's been getting late for me. Oh god, here it is. Okay, the yellow jacket suit, kind of hot.
Kind of cool. Massively cool.
Oh, okay. So I hear it now. They're using the same sound effect as something from Star Wars
Yes.
every time he lasers.
Yes. It's
And
a
I'm
very
like, yeah, that does sound like Star Wars. I've never even seen a Star Wars, and I
Yeah.
know that sounds like Star Wars.
crazy that they get put in the suitcase, and that is
Yeah.
probably what saves them. With the lifesavers,
I'm going to disintegrate you.
this 2015 because there's a home button on that phone.
The home button on the iPhone, a relic. I wish this song was a little bit cooler in this moment.
Just a little bit. And then
I wish
immediately.
he said something other than disintegrate.
Crazy for no reason at that point. Gonna kill someone for no reason.
Yeah, this poor family just trying to have a cookout in their backyard. Swatted away with the ping pong paddle.
Very, very Spider-Man.
So, Zach, do you think that this movie is kind of like the blueprint for like the MCU taking a really comedic turn?
No, because I think they were already in the midst of taking a comedic turn. I think, oh, this image is like wild with him like being basically, oh, pause, Kels. It's ad time.
The
Uh,
final ad.
because it was already pretty comedic, right? Like they were peppering comedy into like everything. I think Guardians was really the blueprint for like creating a comedic MCU because it really just ramped up from that point in time.
Yeah. So are we kind of mad at Guardians for making it like now every single MCU film like needed a shtick?
No, because I think Guardians did a really good job at balancing it. Do you know what I think sort of ruined it?
Go ahead.
Ragnarok. Because Ragnarok was
Ugh.
so overly comedic and successful. And
Yeah.
Thor Love and Thunder didn't. When even Thor Love and Thunder couldn't replicate it, they were really in for some trouble.
Yeah. Well, this is how I like to put it. I'm like, Thor Ragnarok is Taika Waititi at his best, and Thor Love and Thunder is Taika Waititi at his worst.
Yes.
And I think the biggest difference that not enough people, I feel like, talk about with those two movies is the fact that Taika didn't write Thor Ragnarok.
No,
He just directed it.
he wrote Love and Thunder, and it was not good.
Right.
It was really rough. But
And he didn't even really write it because he admits to saying that like 80% of the movie was like improvised anyway.
all right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
He's in the car.
Backseat of the cop car. I can't believe, like, with everything that's going on right now, Paxton is still like, "No, you have to go to jail for that burgle you did at the beginning of this movie." It's like you just watched a tank come out of a building, and
Right.
Scott Lang is still public enemy number 1 in your eyes.
Right.
Don't you want to investigate the building imploding?
First of all, good on Marvel for having Cassie have a Thomas train. It's not just for boys. Terrifying. Terrifying.
Yeah. Also, fun fact about that, it was going to be a toy of Sheriff from Cars, the movie Cars, the Pixar movie Cars, but they ultimately went with Thomas the Tank Engine.
Big shout out to Thomas the Tank Engine. I was a Thomas the Tank Engine kid.
I remember some Thomas the Tank Engine stuff in my day. Aww.
And he's still a good dad, even in this scenario.
Yeah. Hi, Peanut.
Very fun, very cool fight sequence on the playpen or the
Yes.
play area.
Yeah. The ants. The point of view, the zoomed out point of view of like this tiny battle happening. Like, that's good.
Again, on the Thomas the Tank Engine train. So funny.
I'm happy with how this movie turned out. Edgar Wright or not, like, this is a good film.
Movie. It's just so very well done.
Yeah, it's
The
just so
CGI looks good. Oh, the smash
this whole
the wooden block, so sad.
like this whole last battle looks great.
Him being scared of the Thomas the Tank Engine only for it to literally just derail. Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this bit.
Back it up.
Back it up. Just back it up. We're just gonna back it up. Whoop. We're just backing up. That's it.
You're just backing. No.
Backing up.
Back it up.
Yep. That made me laugh so hard the first time I watched this movie. They're like, "Yeah, we're coming to help, Scott." Oh, there's a bunch of cops here. We gotta go.
Back it
We
up.
gotta go. We all got warrants.
We're backing it up. Back it up. Just keep backing it up.
You backing up? Yep, that's it. Just backing it up.
Fun fact, Health. I think I saw this film in theaters with Juan Panetta. I think I literally I went and saw this. I can't remember. I have a very distinct memory where I saw both Ant-Man and Doctor Strange in a theater. One of them I saw with Juan, and one of them I saw with my dad. And they're the only two times I've ever seen a Marvel movie without other Marvel people.
Oh, that's really interesting. I can't picture Juan Panetta at Ant-Man.
Had a great that's why I think he was Doctor Strange, because I think then we went and like got food after or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like college.
That's so funny. I love that he did that with you. Yeah, get into his pack.
He said, "It's titanium, you idiot."
Yeah, I know you are, but what am I? I don't know, like, just pick her up and run her out of the room.
Oh, she's such a brave kid too.
Yeah. Like, this
Oh,
is
I love you, Cassie. It's so sad.
yeah. Honestly, though, like, what's happening to him right now, it kinda makes sense that he, like, morphs into
Oh, yeah.
MODOK.
Again, like crazy death, not death. Oh,
But just, like, a destruction of a person. He's gone subatomic.
again, you can tell all of this is so around the same time period.
Mm,
Guardians and Doctor Strange. It's got like a very similar vibe.
mhm.
There's like I feel like Marvel obviously like we know they work in eras, but like you can just you can follow the timeline not just through like years, but through very like visuals and storytelling. Very very cool.
My last fun fact for the watch is 3 actors that were considered for the role of Scott Lang are as follows: Adrian Brody, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Ewan McGregor.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt would have been, I think, a good Scott Lang. Ewan McGregor would not have been a good Scott Lang.
I agree. I think he's the only one out of the 3 of them that I can actually maybe even conceive being Scott Lang.
Yes.
The sound right now. This is almost like reminding me of like when you're in a dream and you can't like fully do something. Like you can't fully run away or like you keep trying to like do something and you just can't figure it out. Like giving that like nightmarish
Yeah.
feeling.
I like how he just sat her right back down on her bed.
This is what I mean. Like, take her out of the house. Like, a trauma has happened.
Oh,
Aw.
okay, Paxton. It's just not the right time.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. What a great little kid. Oh,
And she just loves her dad. The Thomas
the
engine and the ant is just prime.
the silhouette of him. This is a great setup for what happens.
So good.
Him like being connected to Janet in the next movie.
Again, Scott Lang, like the only person like my Hank Pym has all of this like infinite knowledge and he can't even get in and out of the quantum realm himself. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, here comes this just random intelligent guy and he's able to do the one thing Hank Pym has never been able to do.
Yeah.
It's just very cool. Oh, love
Oh, caught in the act. If that's the case, shoot me again.
He said, I don't know what you're doing kissing me like that. Oh, Paxton, good guy.
Yeah, finally. Spent 98% of this movie hounding him for no reason. It's very mature of Scott to be like, thank you for everything you do for my daughter.
Oh, and then it's just so cute. She's just so cute with her cartwheel. Like,
I
come
did
on.
my first cartwheel today.
With the ant as a pet. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
I'm a neo-cubist kind of guy. Stan Lee.
Stan.
Oh,
Oh, miss him and his cameos.
for real? You know Anthony Mackie had the best time with this scene specifically.
Yeah. He said, oh, this scene, right up my alley. He said, yes.
He said yes. Oh, all right. Can we skip to our first post credit? I just got there. Hold on. Judy Greer, Abby Ryder Fortson, Marvel Studio presentation.
Wait, where are you?
I'm here. I'm at it. I'm at 149.30.
That's where I am too.
All right.
So Hank is just giving
Yeah. He's giving it
Hope a suit.
so good.
Pretty neat.
And then we're working on it for her. So good. And then if we skip to 155 or 156, I don't know what it is. You can skip to this one. This is not really a post-credit scene. This is a
156.04.
this is the
I feel like
preview
is a
of Civil War.
yeah.
This was huge. We didn't have any of the information yet.
This is like the middle of the movie too. It isn't even
Literally the middle of the movie. And then Ant-Man will return, and boy howdy did he. And Kels, that's Ant-Man. We did it.
That's Ant-Man, everyone.
Really underrated movie. I can't believe more people don't talk about how good it is.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it just gets lost in the shuffle, you know? If you
So
were to give this movie a ranking out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it like a 7.5, like a 7.58.
Yeah, I feel that as well. I feel like I would give it like a I would give it like I'm going 7.2
Yeah.
out of 10.
I think if like again, if we're saying what's your perfect 10 of a Marvel movie, Kels?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like if Guardians is like a 10, this is like not far off, but it doesn't have like all the emotional weight of like a full trilogy. If honestly, if Ant-Man was kind of like its standalone thing, and then Ant-Man and then like Ant-Man and the Wasp were just like individuals in other movies, and they
Mhm.
have their own trilogy, I actually think it would be probably higher.
Yeah.
But I think the hard part is that none of the Ant-Man's that follow are nearly as good.
Yeah. No, that's totally it. And also, I just feel like maybe the reason why people don't really think of this one as much is because it's not as exciting as something like Guardians. Like, when I just think of Guardians, I just think of, like, the color,
Right.
and they go to all these different planets, and there's all these different creatures that we meet and worlds that get built. Like, it's very it's very much a spectacle. Whereas this one, like you had been saying this whole watch, it's very much a character piece. It's very grounded. It's very, like, character and acting forward, and I just don't think that gets appreciated enough
Not nearly
in
enough.
in the MCU.
Oh,
But we did it. We made it through. It is now very late or very early, depending on how you
you look at it.
consider this time of night. But thank you so much for doing this 2015 retrospective with me, Zach. And check us out. Stay tuned here on the Dyl Pickle Movie Network with Marvel-ous Movie Mondays. Dyl and I are going to be finishing up our watch of Daredevil Born Again. So look out for those reviews coming at you. We're very late, but better late than never. And then we're also going to be getting into Ironheart, which I did mention that I have to get into watching, and I'm very excited to talk about that one. And of course, you can check out Zach on Recipe for Reality here on the Dyl Pickle Movie Network.
We've got
And
we've
go
got
ahead, plug away.
other pre-jury retrospectives coming up because we're about to hit the pre-jury. We've got a Survivor 49 cast assessment coming up, both with like just me and a couple of guests for the Dyl Pickle Movie Network. So keep your eyes peeled. And as we get into now the jury phase of Big Brother, you're going to see, and I'll go over this on my shtick, you're going to see probably weekly or bi-weekly episodes at the very least coming out. So stay tuned and get excited because it's going to be good.
Very exciting stuff. And it's all happening here on the Dyl Pickle Movie Network. Like and subscribe, and love you guys. Bye.